Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why. Yes, that it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself. Or... Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. Yes, it fried itself out. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred, even if we installed... Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot Scorpion? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. O has said on many... I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of... I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field. Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen. He researched in directions contrary to the... So we exiled. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming Scorpion... What? Yes. No. I mean, yes. You just... I know how these... If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract contradictory... on how to use them. So you're saying it's the X2 array, not... Let me... I have it. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the program. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency... Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now... I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together. But for now, they can be... The door should be uns... And that mess... much for science. You won't escape me!
If you see robo-scorpions, do not attempt to fight them. They will shoot you with their robotic stingers, and then possibly explode.
accident. Oh, how cute. They're engaging the X-42 giant roboscorpion. You can't avoid the deadly laser sting of Dr. Mobius. Hello there. You are there, aren't you? You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're a little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left? Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just... Would you care? I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zip... I forget them all not long after, though. Especially with the data constipating my memory core. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations. Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about... After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical movie is... Do you? And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should... Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes. Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was what... The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Please be my guest. Oh, a variety of raisins. You're something of a homily. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. If you were to go back with what your brain could be popped back in. I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. Even if I forget them occasionally. I find... Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather... How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Was it... Yeah. Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho. So many chems, such variety. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem disposited. Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, con-science? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it... Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe you're... Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it's said. I must admit I have a vulnerability. For holotape fantasies of planets and... robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming. Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some lip. I certainly didn't until... The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name. They have all forgotten themselves, and not only themselves. I reprogrammed their chronometers. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's... Is it? Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, then you came along, the final variable. There have been other visitors to... You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. See, your brain had a special kind of... I do so love integers. Electrons attached to the neutrons attached to the mesons connected to the proton. I do so love integers.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again? Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on... Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie? Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best... Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient... And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteous glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are. Well, maybe next time you hear me telling you that charging a nightkin with a penknife is a bad idea, you'll listen. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for... Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because... I suppose you're right. Indeed, quite... I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the It's not that I didn't like being in your head. Well then, I suppose... And you believe them? Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't... Well, I suppose... Right! Look out, think tank! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
You require some additional services? Well, what's the haps?
It's not like I haven't tried to get along with her. Lord knows I have. She's just such a floozy.
You require some additional... You require some additional... You require some additional... You require some additional... Three angry death claws make for a lot of reconstructive surgery. The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts as... a fight? Cully! Blast her with her radio beams already! Let's gang up on it! Guys? Anyone?
You're going on a ride on the Giggle Bus.
Let's gang up on it! Guys? Anyone?